What's up, guys? Welcome to another video here on the Growing Great Landscapes YouTube. Excited to be here. We got my buddy Colby here from Try Green in Leeds.
Howdy.
How are you?
Doing great, man. Out here with you hanging.
Beautiful day. Sun is out. Yesterday was absolutely miserable. Today's still a little cold, but not as bad. We're going to walk you through an RC mower, and this is something that is brand new to me. It's our first time running it. Colby brought it here and said, hey, let's demo it. There's an opportunity for us to potentially get into this market here in the next little bit, and so I wanted to come see it, try it, put hands on it. Colby's gonna walk us through this thing. They're not really popular yet. They're growing. They're coming onto the scene. But a lot of state work is being done with them, right-of-ways for on-ramps, freeways, things like that. It's a huge growing market.
Retention pond, case in point.
Which is exactly where we're at. We're gonna flip you on and show you that at work in a minute. But Colby, tell me about yourself. Like, what are you doing at Try Green? Then we'll hop into this RC mower world and dive into this exact machine and see it actually at work.
Man, I'm commercial sales for Try Green equipment here in the Birmingham, Alabama area. I wake up every day, hop in my truck, and I chase fine folks like you that are out commercial cutting.
Literally chasing me.
Chasing you, absolutely, man. It's a shame my truck cuts off at 97. I'd probably catch a lot more people. But no, if I had to go sit in a cubicle or a four-wall office setting every day, I would have my hair pulled out. It'd be very detrimental to my health.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I sell John Deere skid steers, mini excavators, the whole compact construction equipment line from John Deere, and then we get to carry cool stuff like the RC mower just to, you know, pad our portfolio and to get every part of the commercial mowing business.
That's fantastic. Colby actually sold us our 317G earlier this year, and it's been an amazing unit for us. Walk us through the RC mower, buddy. This is R60. Start from the ground basics, right? There's probably a lot of people have never even seen this before. They're just like, what even is it? How does it work? So give me the basics, and then we'll walk through this exact unit.
RC Mower Company is based right outside of Green Bay, Wisconsin, Swamico, Wisconsin. So just like a lot of manufacturers, they source parts from all over the world, mainly the United States, and then all of these puppies are assembled in little bitty Swamico, Wisconsin, right outside of Green Bay. So two models on the steep slope mowers. The R60 that you have here is just the width of the deck. You're going to get a 60-inch cut on these slopes. And they also make an R52, just a little bit more nimble, get in a few other tight spaces. So the R52 and the R60. Very cool machines, but all they are is just a beefed up commercial zero turn without a seat on it. And you have all your controls right here in the remote section of it.
So walk us through these.
All you do is set your deck height before you turn it loose on the slope.
And that's real simple. That's just a pin.
Just a pin. Pull this to take the pressure off of it. Set your pin wherever you want to mow. Tilt that down and you're ready to go. Everything else can be done from the controller. Starting it, the blades on and off, switching it to 2-speed if you had to track it a long way to get to your cutting areas. So come right here, take a gander over in here. You've got your similar setup to a commercial zero turn. You've got your transmissions on each side, your fans to cool your transmissions, obviously your battery right there.
I love that access, by the way.
Absolutely.
Access to the battery is huge.
This orange part right here is the brain. It is what communicates with this remote, and every turn that you make, every button that you hit, the transmitter on this remote is communicating directly with the brain right there instead of a human being sitting on it and actually pressing the buttons. So super easy to get to. Even back here on the engine, you've got your hydro fills right there. You've got a line that comes off the block right here. So you can easily, that's where you let out all your old
drain,
oil.
yep.
Drain your old oil right down through there. So a lot of modern conveniences like you see on commercial zero turns, it's just a little bit easier to get to on this.
A lot easier. A lot easier.
So you'll see the winch right here. This is just to stow away the winch. This is your typical receiver hitch. So if you get in a bad situation with your nose downhill or your rear end downhill, you simply pull out your winch, put it in your receiver hitch back here, and you have a wireless winch remote as you're working the tracks, working your winch. So 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, you can get yourself out of a really sticky situation as long as you have a tree or something solid
to tie off to. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's cool. So we got a track-based system here. You know how wide this stuff is? Like, talk to me about the tracks and how all this operates.
So when I think it was the first 3 generations of RC mower was 84.5 inches, 85 inches from outside track to outside track.
Yeah.
Well, the big problem with that is the in between most fender wells on trailers, it's 83 inches.
Yep.
So you had to run a track over it, or if you just couldn't get a track, if it didn't have fenders where you could run a track over it to get to the front of the trailer where it would sit, you just couldn't use it on that trailer. So when they went to the Gen 4, which is this machine right here, and of course the Gen 5s, which are out now, they kept the same deck, not deck height, but deck width, 60 inches, but they shortened the overall width of the machine.
Yeah.
Where it'll pull on any standard trailer, tandem axle trailer, whether it have rails on the side of it or just a flatbed with your fender flares that go over the main deck of the trailer right there.
And this comes in just under 2,000 pounds, right?
Yes, 1,850 pounds is the R60. R52 is like, I think 80 pounds less. It's not much.
So this is what you're talking about. You have a hitch on the front too, so you can, no matter where you're at, front or back.
Absolutely.
You take that winch out,
in your winch right
pop
there,
it right
bring
there.
it up here, pin it in the receiver hitch, and you're good to go. Talking about the accessibility, getting to your deck, flip this over right here, and you can get to all your main pulleys, spindles, idler pulleys. Very easy to get a belt back on if you were to throw one, if you were to hit something hard and throw a belt, or God forsake, break a belt.
Yeah.
Very easy to get back on and keep on rolling.
So I'm seeing chains on the bottom of the deck. It reminds me of a bush hog deck, right? That's kind of the same setup though here, right?
It's the exact same thing. That is just mitigating throwing chunks of wood or saplings into your neighbor's window. Absolutely.
How are the blades working? They're not standard zero-turn blades. They are like individual.
They are not. There's 3 spindles on here, but these are made to mimic a bush hog. So think of your big stump jumper piece that bolts to the spindle, and then you have 2 blades hanging off each side.
Totally loose.
Totally loose. That will, it's made to mimic a bush hog. So if you did hit that big rock, if you did hit
which we did
pipe,
earlier.
Exactly. We hit a couple of them. We didn't strip a spindle. We didn't throw a belt. Those blades did exactly what they were supposed to, which is give a little bit. And that stump jumper got us over the obstacle that we hit, and some grinding noises, but you keep on rolling with the punches.
Yeah, and blades didn't break. Nothing happened. Like, I mean, this rock was, this rock was as big as my head was probably.
Which is big.
Yeah, exactly. It is very big.
Because he said
all right, so we're going to fire
smart.
this thing up. Last thing here. This thing has a camera on it too, which you don't have on the controller right now, but it's on this thing, right?
Yep, the camera is always there. It's always a live feed. We just didn't need it for out here.
So you take it.
You've got a little 8.5-inch display, those bolt holes right there. You bolt it up, you screw your camera in right here, and you've got a live feed to exactly what's right in front of you. So if you were to crest a hill and lose line of sight with your machine, at least you could see directly what's right in front of you, not run over your neighbor's dog or anything, spin it around and get it back within your line of sight.
1,000-foot range from your controller to machine,
1,000-foot range from the control to the machine, absolutely.
All right, we're gonna fire it up, run it down. Now look guys, before we do this, I'm gonna preface, this is every bit of 8-foot cattails. It's all soaked. It rained for 2 days. So I'm just gonna preface this. If it bogs down, it's not the lack of the machine. We have cut a bunch of this already, but we're gonna put this to the test live and we're not gonna edit it. Backing in is the better move from what you were saying, correct? Backing in is the better move, right?
Yeah, if you get
if it's really tall.
Really thick, funky stuff like this, it discharges all of the junk a lot better if you back into it.
Let's back down these cattails and see what we can do. So it's real simple, just a blade switch here, on and off, throttle up and down. That's some big stuff he's running over. So you can see it ain't him in there, no problem. He's gonna come over this. He may kill the blades on that, just not destroy his blades. Kill the blades if you want to cross that stuff. He didn't want to kill the blades. He said, take it for a ride, baby. Show him what it'll really do. But he's showing off now. I'm telling you guys, like, this thing blew my mind. It's my first time seeing it in person. And I said, we got to get a video of this. So, and I'll tell you, it bogged down a lot faster earlier. We went in straight down there and it bogged down a lot faster. So backing in makes a big difference. Colby, you're mic'd up, so anything you want to add, they can hear you.
It's a mean machine, as you can see.
Speed is fast. You can sit on a chair and do this. This is stuff like, you can't walk. We can walk this isn't bad. We've already mowed all the way down there. I'm gonna throw some of that video in here in the end. And we've already mowed down here. I'll throw that video in as well. That is not walkable down here. Like, you have to hold the hill walking up it, and this thing climbed it, never missed a beat. Colby showed up, I said, do you think it's gonna do this? He said, of course it is. And blew my mind. So
on the RC, it will hold a 50-degree slope going completely horizontally. And I have some cutters around the Birmingham area that occasionally tackle 55, 57, 58 degrees. You've got to take it a little bit at an angle.
Yeah.
But really, the center of gravity on these things are so low, you're only limited to what your track can bite, grab to get up that hill.
Yeah.
So, like I said, guaranteed to hold, running completely horizontally across slopes. These machines will hold a 50-degree slope all day long. You hit a wet spot, it may slide a little bit, but like I said, to flip one of these things, you would have to get it sliding pretty fast, catch a rock, catch a stump, and that centrifugal force take it on over because the center of gravity is so low.
Well, I don't think I have any final questions other than, I mean, I love the maintenance on this thing. It's obviously got a strobe on it, but if people want to check out an RC mower, right, that is the biggest thing I think we're going to come of this is, where do I see one of those, you know? RC has a YouTube channel. I have seen that before.
Absolutely.
They post some good content, but how can they get in touch with you maybe? If you're local to Birmingham, metro area, Alabama, Colby travels and does demos, out of state, you can still sell out of state, correct? You just don't demo?
Right, absolutely. So Tri-Green's territory is Birmingham, Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, Nashville, Tennessee. If you're within that range, we would love to come do a demo for you. And even if you're outside that range, like Knoxville, Tennessee, RC has some great dealers over there. I believe it's JetVac that's over in the Knoxville area. But like I said, the whole Tri-Green area is from Pelham, Alabama, a little bit south of Birmingham,
yep,
all the way up north of Nashville to the Kentucky border and everywhere in between.
But Colby's hungry. He'll take care of you. So
Absolutely.
If you're out there and you need help,
absolutely,
Colby's the guy.
Central North Alabama, please give me a call. You can call the Leeds Tri-Green or reach me directly on my cell phone at 256-677-2742. Look me up on Facebook, Colby Martin. Very easy to get a hold of. If you're a salesman, you got to be easy to get a hold of. So call any Tri-Green, ask for Colby Martin, and they can get you in the right direction.
They'll tell you, of course I know Colby Martin. Unfortunately, I do.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, I do. But Colby, thanks for the demo, buddy. I'm excited to potentially put this to work in our company. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. RC Mowers, check them out. This is not sponsored, nothing like that. I just said, hey, this is really cool. I want to look at it. I want to show our audience it. So we're going to see what happens in the future. But Colby,
and whatever you do, keep listening to the Growing Green podcast. It makes you smarter every time you hear it.
One day at a time, guys.
Very
Thanks for
good
watching.
Stuff.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, Jeremiah.